Hi my dear friends, today we're going to look at messages from your higher self. I just felt guided to do this video right now because I definitely feel that I also need some messages from my higher self. So for today we have 3 groups. And first group is determination with this orange calcite. For the second group we have the card isolation with this clear quartz. And for the third group, we have the card cleans with this blue calcite. You can pause the video here or watch previous part of the video where I name the options. It helped me, at least when I'm trying to choose my group in other videos. And before we begin with our first group, I want to remind you that I'm doing personal readings on my Etsy page. If you like how I read, if you're interested in readings not only from spiritual perspective but also from psychological perspective, as I am a professional counselor, you can order a reading from me. And also, I realized that I do really enjoy still doing sessions 101, even without cards, just helping people psychologically. So there would be that option also to have a consultation from me. So if you feel that you resonate with those words, you can find the link down below. And let's start with the group number 1 right now. Hello group 1, your card for today is determination and the stone is orange calcite. And I want to thank you for choosing to spend your time with me right now. And the first important message about this card that you decided to choose is that your higher self wants you to know that right now is the time for determination. Do you want it or not? The situation in your life right now forcing you to be determined. And if you feel a bit down right now and not so energized, you have to find ways how to reassess your determination right now. It's like it's time. Even maybe astrological situation connected to your own personal natal chart should tell you about the fact that there is energy and you have to use it. So basically there is some influx of energy inside you right now happening, and it is your job to use it. Maybe you won't be able to use it 100%, it's okay, but still it is your responsibility to use your energy right now. Let's see what messages your higher self, additional maybe to this, I think so, right, to this overall situation, or maybe something new. Happiness, so beautiful. Flow. Love, look at this. Rest and frustration. So I feel that many of you actually feel this determination and actually experience this influx of energy so that you can, you feel that you can use this energy right now. You feel this even in your body and it brings you some happiness. But here we have the opposite card, right? Frustration. And on the back of the deck, we got movement for you. So I feel that there could be some frustration because you want to move faster. You want to be always in the state of the flow, and sometimes it is possible for you right now, but sometimes the obstacles are in the way, and your higher self want to tell you that those obstacles that don't allow you to move forward as fast as you wish, they are an important steps on your journey. They are exactly what gives you lessons so that you can grow and you can step into your powers that are needed to actually manifest what you really want. You have to take time for rest. To be able to reach the peak of the mountain, you have to think carefully about times of rest. Because if you won't sleep enough, right, if you won't eat enough, you won't be able to reach the peak of this mountain. So it's possible that your frustration that interrupts your flow and your movement can be connected to the fact that you don't rest enough. Because, again, if I see that it's not yet time and I have to wait a bit, I might feel frustration or I might not. it depends on my perspective, on how I perceive this current situation. There is definitely a lot of love and happiness, at least the possibility for love and happiness in your current situation. Your higher self wants to remind you that love is the center of all your actions. At least it should be the center of all your actions. I see how those cards have similar image, right? Definitely here I believe it's just an interpretation of the sun and kind of rays going out from the sun, right? And this sun represents your goal. But here we see the heart that, again, eliminates those rays of love. So I feel that this is a very deep connection. If you don't know how to tap into your determination, you have to tap into your heart. Also, the card of the rest is green color, and the card of the movement also green color. And both green colors card talks about importance of your heart chakra. I believe in this. On the other side, we have it looks like red. I think it could be kind of orange, just because this oracle has a bit strange colors, but in the book it might be that it's orange. Either way, red or orange, those two colors, red one is connected to root chakra and orange is connected to sacral chakra. Both lower chakras are very interconnected. So that tells me that in your current situation, for you, it is very important to move your body overall, but also move your lower body. There could be that some energies can stuck in your hips and joints there, even on the physical level, and this literally just moving, stretching yourself or walking outside or doing yoga, especially on like lower region of your body, can be very restful for you, and it can bring connection to your love. And the flow of fluids actually in our body is very connected to the flow of energies in our body, because energies, they basically represent themselves in material world as, again, blood, as other fluids. There are many different fluids, for example, fluid for joints. I saw this post on Instagram from an influencer who promotes stretching a lot, and he explained the fact that when we actually move, the liquid that should be in our joints, it increases in value. My English a bit bad right now, however, I think you might understand. Like, basically our joints need movement, because in this moment blood has access to the joint more. It increases, you understand me, right? So in this moment, this important fluid also has an access to our joints. So I feel that for you, if you feel stuck, even the easiest movements, the easiest that don't take a lot of energy out of you, could be very important. So even if when you feel that you're stuck emotionally or like psychologically or mentally, go with the flow and allow your body to move with the flow. That could be really important for you. So overall, your higher self right now supports you so much. It knows that you're doing everything right, but you have to be, it's the time to be this positive main hero of the story. It's time to be this determined. In my other deck, anime tarot deck, the Queen of Wands, represented by the archetype of this main character, who is very determined, who is very passionate about their situation, their desire, and they compare it to those characters from anime, if you know anime, for example, like Gon from Hunter x Hunter or Naruto from Naruto. So it's basically this one very fiery, very energetic character who knows what they want, who usually want to reach the highest goal possible in this world, and they go all in for it. So I feel that your higher selves want to tell you that don't be scared to use this role right now in your life. It doesn't mean that you have to stay always in this hyper determined, hyper optimistic situation. There are times for slow movement and there are times for active movement. But don't forget about rest. There is no good athlete in the world, right, who don't have enough rest. So this is also connected to you. Let's use our new beautiful oracle. By the way, if you are interested in it, I show movement. Movement is crucial in your situation right now. Either it's movement with your body, or maybe you're moving somewhere, or it is movement with your stagnant energy again, right? Like changing the perspective, not staying in the energy of victim, but allowing yourself to see many, many different ways how you can move even when something frustrating you by stopping you from moving forward. So anyway, if you're interested in looking at those cards, in my previous video on this channel, I showed all this deck just because it was a new deck and it's so beautiful. I like to show my new decks here. I like cards, they're beautiful, aren't they? Let's see what additional information your higher self has for you today. What's really important for you to know about your current situation. We have reclaim, soul work, and patience. So interesting. Based on the cards that we just saw, I can tell you that again, with this reclaim card, this is about this determination. And for many of you, I feel that it's connected, first of all, to the determination for your soul work. It is a determination to change your attitude, to change your behavior, to change your thought pattern. You want to evolve and you want to work. You're ready, actually, to work hard on it. Like you feel that it's time to throw away your shackles, right? And like your higher selves want to support you. It is time, it's there, it knows that you can. Everything is connected to your perception of the current situation. But then on the other side, we have this beautiful card of patience that tells me that no matter how hard you work right now, be patient with yourself, with the results that you receive, and be patient in the moment when you cannot again, right? Move forward as fast as you wish. Everything goes with time, in time. And I want to read about those cards additionally, just because it's a new deck. I hope it would be interesting for you to hear about it. So about reclaim. You were born as a perfectly imperfect human with gifts, talents, medicine, wisdom, and knowing. Growing up in a culture that does not nurture these gifts creates misalignment with our highest truth. Reclamation can be a lifetime process, as it is continually awakening to ancient medicine when you in other lifetimes and our soul wisdom. While there is no rulebook or map for this journey, this card calls your attention to what stirs deep inside your soul memory. We are often drawn to places, people, experiences, music that we know on a cellular level, but our logical mind may not understand why. This card asks you to follow your intuition, trust the desire, and follow it. Reclaim your knowing, your power, your medicine, and your healing. Enjoy the mystery and stories unfolding. I love it. Be bold. Take what's yours. It's time to be determined again and again and again. It's repeating it to you. It is normal to experience sometime your lack of determination. It is normal to experience downside and like even maybe depressive episodes while you're walking towards your dream. It is normal. It's like part of every path. I don't know one person in the world who didn't ever experience this, even when they were doing what they really want to do, like what they were born for. But it is also normal to embrace your power, to do those quantum leaps of evolution, right? Of development. So for you, this time is, and reclaim what you know the truth for you. Your intuition tells you what's the truth. If you want to choose something that it goes against your negative beliefs or goes against beliefs of the society, fuck it, okay? Fuck society and fuck those negative beliefs. You know better what is yours. And even if you're going by, like if you're doing a mistake right now, that's what you have to experience. Like it's part of your path. You have to learn what you're going to learn when you are following your heart. And also this is a school of a panther, and for me personally, panther represents a power of body. So I feel that many of you either work professionally with your body, or it's just a big part of your life to do sport, to do movement, or maybe you are recovering from something with your body. So it's just another reminder for you that you can, by helping your body doing those actions that it needs to do, you can then receive back from it. You're not only giving it, but you also, it's like reciprocal relationships with it. And for soul work, we have this message. Sometimes while we are navigating our day-to-day life, we can lose sight of our highest purpose in this earthly realm. This card asks you to once again check in with your soul purpose. It is not possible to be derailed from your soul path, no matter where you are, but clarity does help us to show up for it in a more intentional way. Sit with these questions. What are you here to teach? What are you here to learn? What stirs in your heart? Spend some time reflecting upon your soul mission and how you can integrate it into your life. I don't know why, but I feel that I don't need to add absolutely anything right now. I mean, I know why. I just follow my intuition, always. If I won't follow my intuition when I read your cards, then who will? Okay? Patience. This card brings the message that you must be patient and trust divine timing, obviously. Humans are anxious creatures. We know what we want and we want it now. But we are also working in collaboration with the divine, which means that sometimes we have to wait longer than we would like. Looking to the earth can be helpful when we are working to cultivate patience. We cannot rush the seasons. A tadpole cannot rush its metamorphosis. A tree cannot rush its growth. This card asks you to have faith that your own process is happening in perfect time. So this was the most important message that you have to receive today from your higher self. My dear people from group number 1, could you please comment down below the emoji of the bee? Tell me that you were here till this moment. And again, I just want to remind you that I do personal readings. Link is down below. Currently, there is a discount right now on my services. Thank you for being with me and choosing this reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Welcome, dear group number 2. For today's reading, messages from your higher self, you decided to choose this card, Isolation, with clear quartz crystal. First of all, thank you so much for choosing my reading. I welcome everyone who is absolutely new, and of course those who are returning to my channel with all my open heart. And this first card that you decided to choose represents a very important message from your higher self. This message is that it is time for isolation in your life. It is either already happening or you feel that it should happen in the nearest future. But the most important idea here is that it is the right thing. It should happen and it should be like this. It depends, right? There are two types of situations or two types of people, or like it depends on what's happening in your inner situation right now. We might strive for isolation. We might be very tired from social communications. We might be burnt out from our work, for example, or our even close people who might be very energy draining. It depends, right? And on the other side, we might be very scared of isolation. We might try to do absolutely everything to not stay alone. In both those sides, for both of you, this period of isolation is very needed right now in your life. This is a time where you can focus only on one thing, on your life, on yourself. For those of you who wanted to find more space for them, right? It is like a permission for you to stop maybe communicating for some time with your friends, to go to some form of voluntary seclusion, if it's possible, as much as you can, to stop really participating that much in all the communication that might happen on your workplace, and finding those quiet moments alone with yourself. No matter how many people around you, or maybe there are not many people at all, there are always ways how to find this quiet alone time for you. And every situation is unique and different, and your time for isolation can be much shorter than, for example, for someone like me who lives alone and who decided to stop communicating with those who are near me just because I need this healing time. So basically I spend all my days alone, and I just rarely communicate with others through text. So it could be different from my situation, obviously, but it's still so much needed and so much important for you to be in this isolation. And for those of you who are already there, who feel maybe lonely or isolated from others, you definitely need this shift of perspective and trust to your higher self, to yourself overall, that what's happening should happen right now. You might need to dive deeper into your inner situation to understand how to move forward. Let's see what other messages your higher self for you today have. We have sweetness and growth, and pain underneath the isolation. But then on the other side, peace and trust. Look how, I just love cards. And underneath we have love. You have 3 images of heart in your reading, and I believe that maybe it's all hearts in all this deck. I think there are no hearts anymore on other cards. So, and also 2 pink cards and 2 white cards. Pink is connected to, obviously, to our heart, right? White is connected to our, again, higher dimensions, to higher clarity. It's a need, very important need for you right now, to find clarity, first of all, in yourself, to understand what works for you and what doesn't work. Your situation, current situation, is about working through your, I feel here, even pain of abandonment. It's like maybe some attachment issues that you experience. They might represent themselves in the form of dependable and addictive behavior. And your current situation that you're going through right now is help from spirit to you to go through this pain and to understand and to grow through this pain. We have the card grow here. Trust. I already said this in the beginning of the reading. Trust is a very important part of your current situation, because when you trust that what's happening right now is for the better, that it's happening from love, when we have this heart in the middle of this trust, then it could be easier for you to go through some painful situation. What's happening right now is a moment where you have a chance to open new level of sweetness to this life. This card basically represents the candy, right? And the idea is that candy is so small, but it is so sweet. So we can find sweetness in very little things that are around us. For people who are always too much in their head and too much in their negative beliefs and perspectives, for those people it is very difficult to appreciate little sweet moments, because you might understand why. So your higher self, it's like, here I feel those 4 cards, they are like gates that actually protect you. Those are gates to your inner creation that protect you. I don't know how to explain it differently. And this pain and isolation that's happening right now, or pain from isolation, or isolation from pain, it's like, right, we can read it differently here. This is what's happening inside. And this is very sacred process that you're going through. Don't forget about this beautiful card of love that were underneath the deck. And in my opinion, this is like 2 cards, isolation and love, here represent those 2 words for your main situation. And also you can look at those cards and see that this dot that represents you, basically, right, isolated from other world, can beautifully stand right in the middle of this heart. So I feel that it's like this growth process that you're going through right now, where you first feel alone and secluded, but then slowly but surely you accept the sweetness of your everyday life. You find peace in this isolation. You trust the process. You go through this pain. You achieve the protection from, first of all, yourself. And you feel this protection. This is also a reminder for you that you are protected by your spiritual team. And you start to emanate this light from your heart. And situation start to look very differently. You're still in this center, but now you're emanating the light of the love from yourself, and you don't feel so lonely, so separated from the outer world, because your rays of love connect you with this outer world. So this reading is very gentle, and I feel that you so much need this gentleness, this sweetness in your life. Remember that growth can be slow, but then on the other side, results are so beautiful. And you definitely have to appreciate what's happening here and now. Maybe it would be beneficial for you if you will say the next phrases for yourself, like, maybe it is what it is, but also it is what it had to be. It is what it's so much needed for me right now. I want to trust. I want to trust to universe, to my higher self, to my spiritual team, that they are helping me right now. I want to trust my soul, that she is searching the right answers right now in current situation. Trust, words of trust and love are very important in your current state. That's what I hear from your higher self. And now I want to use this new beautiful oracle that I got for additional messages on your current situation from your higher self. I just feel this, again, this tender energy from your higher self. They so much love you. They know that your intuition tells you the right thing right now. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in looking at the cards from this oracle, you might check previous video of mine. I just show you this deck because I just received it last time. And I love to show my decks to people because they're beautiful. So what about your messages? We have strength. Look at this card of strength. Very deep roots growing from this leaf, but I guess, yeah, it's just a representation. That's really interesting, actually, the fact that it is a leaf with roots. It's like new strength that you're just starting to acquire, but it's already can help you to stay so grounded. So I hear that your higher self want to remind you that your strength is in the grounding practices. As always, meditation, brief work, visualization of grounding process, and as like walking outside is always a process of grounding, always. Touching grass and touching trees, touching crystals with intention to ground yourself. That's all you need right now. And it's right above the card of growth and sweetness here. Try to find these sweet moments of, again, right? That's the thing. For those of you who live with family and who work with other people, those would be those beautiful, sweet moments of isolation, of healing when you are walking alone. This is so important. This card just likes me. I just received this deck and I already draw it 3 times. Versatility. This is a very important card, actually, and being right above, again, right, your isolation and the pain card. I feel here that your higher self tells you that you have to actually think how you can use the pain that you're experiencing. Why this pain even in your life? What it's talking about? What it's trying to show you? For example, for those of you who experience menstrual cycles, I truly believe, because I experienced it myself and because I worked with other people and clients and my close people on this theme, I saw how their menstrual cycles, pain and situation changed because we worked through it. So I truly believe that the amount of pain that we experience before the period starts and the amount of psychological problems that we experience, again, right, the level of our PMS, let's put it like this, is equal to the level of negative feelings and my primary desires that I suppressed during this month. So during the month, there were many moments where I lied myself, where I closed my eyes on my needs and my desires, where I closed my eyes on conflicts, either inner or outer conflicts, where I lied myself, where I didn't express my feelings straightforwardly. Oh God, in those months, my PMS is just crazy. It really strikes me painfully in all my body, right? And psychologically also. But when it is a month of growth, of healing, of giving myself what I so much needed, and again, you need this isolation right now, I just feel it. So when I give myself this, when I become honest and quiet with myself, it doesn't mean that I am perfect at this month. It just means that when I encounter my negative feelings or conflict during this month, I just look at those feelings straightforwardly in the eyes and I express them and I say, yes, I pity myself. Yes, I feel helpless. Yes, I am angry. Yes, I want to cry, right? It's about honest. It's about sincerity. It's not about extreme, purity or enlightenment. However, on the other side, what's enlightenment is, I think it is exactly acceptance of all our negative feelings. Anyway, So in those months, my period started so suddenly because I didn't expect them coming, because I didn't feel the PMS syndrome. My breasts were not in pain. Oh, actually, here's the thing about breasts. There was 1 month where I was the whole month, all 30 days, or like how many days there were, I was meditating and opening my heart chakra. I was breathing and I was just imagining how my heart expands, breathing and heart expands in any situation, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, but every day. In that moment, in that month, I didn't experience these uncomfortable sensations in my breasts when my period came. And that was so interesting because usually, even if I don't feel uncomfortable feelings in my lower body, even if I don't feel psychological problems connected to PMS, my breasts usually still become tender and like sensitive. But during that month, you might see this connection, right? Literally, they were painless, pain-free, and this was so shocking for me to, again, when period just came. And I have pretty normal cycles, so like it was not earlier or later, but still. But the idea is that our body contains our lie and pain and negative feelings and desires that we didn't fulfill. And for women, or for those who have periods, we can feel it during this time more acute. I'm not sure about those who don't experience periods, but then on the other side, we're still cyclic creatures. So I'm more than sure that those who don't have periods still have their own monthly cycle. I truly believe in this. So all this beautiful story about periods and pain, and it looks like blood, right? Maybe this was also a connection in my brain. This is about understanding why you experience this pain and asking yourself what I can do to help myself, my body to, or my mind or my soul to let go of this pain, to cleanse myself from this pain. And like pain is our signal that something is wrong. And if we ignore this pain or trying to reject it or trying to suppress it, the situation always worsens, right? But when we accept this pain and when we respect it and when we try to use it as a tool that actually highlights my real problem, like pain is a consequence of the problem, right? Then we can become healthier. Even psychological pain, even pain of your heart. If you feel uncomfortable near your person, this is a signal that something is wrong. And the more you continue closing your eyes on this discomfort or pain, the worse consequence awaits you. But if you acknowledge this discomfort or pain, if words of your people or other people, it doesn't matter of people, if words of people hurt you in your heart, you have to work with this pain. And sometimes we don't have possibility to change the behavior of those who hurt us. Sometimes we can discuss it with them, sometimes we can't. It depends on our relationships. But no matter is it possible to address those people or not, we have to work with ourselves, with our understanding why I experience this pain from their words or from their behavior. This is about your beliefs, your perception, and usually when it's extremely painful, when someone tells me something, it's not so much about their ill intention. It's more about my lack of trust and my lack of peace in my heart. And the last card here is Underworld. Wow. Okay, this card I draw the first time since I got this deck, so I'm going to read about it. However, I already can tell you, and it's again above our trust card and above the peace card. You've been asked to go underworld. You've been asked to go to the other side, to do connection to the deeper situation, to trust that you are on the right path, and like the healing is not a funny process. It is painful. But if we trust that we are moving where we should move, then it's much easier to go through this process. So Underworld. If the Underworld cards comes to you, it is either an invitation to go within yourself, or it serves as an acknowledgement of where you currently are. Okay? Beautiful. This is just another interpretation of the card of isolation that you decided to choose today. If you do not sense you are in the underworld, then this card is asking you to take a pause and allow the things that need to fall always to do so. If you are in the underworld in the moment, it can often feel like it is a trial after trial, loss after loss. It may also feel empty and uncomfortable. The underworld is where we die and are reborn. It holds the fire of transformation. So many people resist being in the underworld or try to rush the journey, but this card is asking you to settle into it and surrender. Give yourself permission to be in this in-between space and welcome the change to the best of your ability. While we are in the underworld, we need to allow ourselves to be there without anticipating the rebirth. We must simply be there. So this would be the most prominent message from your higher self, the most loud message from your higher self that I hear right now. Be where you are. It is okay sometimes to basically experience what you are experiencing right now. We all been there. Every person in the world experienced the time of this underworld, and like it is a needed time. It's not a curse. It is your blessing in disguise. You really need to practice self-compassion and behavior. And you actually can really just Google what self-compassion is and find instruments how to practice it. I believe it could be in cognitive behavior therapy, if I'm not wrong, or definitely it should be in the person-centered therapy and humanistic therapy. So I want to thank you again for choosing this reading. If you are still here, could you please left a heart emoji underneath in the comment section so that I know that people watch till the end of my readings. And also I want to remind you that I do personal readings and I have discount right now on my Etsy page. So if you feel that my readings resonate with you and you feel called to order a reading, you can do it there. And for those of you who still not subscribed to my channel, as you see, I actually do so many different readings with so many different moods, to be honest. Sometimes it's very gentle and quiet as yours. Sometimes it's very loud and funny as others. But either way, I use all my knowledge that I gained in my psychology school, in my practice as a counselor, and obviously my talent as a spiritual person. tarot reader, mind reader. I am not sure how to describe myself. Mystic. I basically mystic. This is why I'm Soonie mystic, right? So if you enjoy this type of content, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. And I see you next time. Bye. Welcome to your reading group 3. Your choice for today is the Cleanse card and this blue calcite. First of all, thank you so much for choosing being with me today and choosing my video out of all videos out there. And the first thing that your higher self really wants you to know is connected to the card that you decided to choose. And it means that right now is the time for cleanse. You either are in a period of cleanse, maybe you're going through some detox or clearing out something out of your life, or you are forced to do this cleanse. It's really important for you to start doing it, to start clearing your space, your inner situation, either material situation like connected to your body, connected to your behavior. Maybe you have to cleanse something that doesn't serve you. I'm more than sure that if you decided to choose this group, you already thought about something. And yes, exactly the thing that you thought about, you have to clean this thing. Your higher self really want to tell you that sometimes it is time to just maybe forcefully, but let go, to do some actions that can help you to actually clear your situation, to clean it. If you wanted to do some detox, maybe it is time to do it again. Or maybe if you wanted to leave some relationships, maybe it is time for it. Either way, don't forget to clean your space in your home. It's connected to everyone who is watching this reading, and even for myself, I feel it. Even if you have pretty good cleaning routine, there are always some places in our space that get cluttered with time. So your higher self really encourages you to declutter your space. What other messages your higher self? Oh, look at this. Magic is so jumpy here. Other messages for you. Magic and mystery, both purple card colors. Ghost, interesting. And surrender, both white color. In this deck, it represents white color. And passion. And on the back of the deck, we have protection for you. Such an interesting situation. And it's like, I love that in this reading overall, all 3 groups has 3 strong but different messages. But then on the other side, we can actually draw parallel lines between them. So again, first of all, I want to pay attention to the color of the cards. And you have 2 purple cards and 2 white cards. Purple color obviously connected to our higher chakras. And this would be third eye chakra and crown chakra. Cleanse is a blue color. It is connected, first of all, to the throat chakra. And actually, we can read this card as a need to cleanse our way, how we communicate with others. So there could be lies that we are telling others or ourselves, and we have to clean this situation. And the white color is connected to, again, higher consciousness, right? Because white color sometimes actually represent our crown chakra or even higher 8th chakra that is above our crown chakra. I don't know actually the name of this chakra, but I know that it has white color and it's the first chakra that connects us to the cosmos. So I feel that your higher self wants to tell you that your current situation that you're going through right now is actually addressing the higher energies in your life, and it is opening this need for cleanse. It's opening new magic in you, maybe it would be interesting for you to watch my previous video where I talk about types of magic. What is your magic, right? And both this card of ghost can be read in different meanings, obviously. But because it's near mystery and near passion, I just feel that it is something about mysterious experience for you. It is something about extreme synchronicities and some memories from the future that can emerge right now. And this is so important for you to do this cleanse. I feel that it's important for you to clean your third eye and third eye and seventh chakra, crown chakra, because the magic is trying to enter your life on a different level, much more powerful level. You have to surrender to the situation that's happening right now and open yourself for this new level of power that's coming to your life. The issue of protection is important right now, meaning that when you work with higher energies, you have to remember about your protection. Grounding is extremely important. When we overload our higher chakras, our brains, our mind, and our connection to thinner realms, when we overload there and we don't feel the connection, strong connection to earth, it is very easy to catch an attack, psychic attack, emotional attack. It can be in many different ways, but the idea is that it can interrupt and disturb our energies. It could be from your coworker who judges you hiddenly, like, secretly judges you, and you just feel it and you feel disturbed on your work. Or it depends on which level you're working. It could be from some energetic entities that are basically represent people's emotions and desires, more or less. So please remember about protection. Your higher self wants you to know that even if you're passionate about your magic and about becoming stronger, using your intuition, using maybe some magical rituals, remember about protection. Do grounding rituals or grounding meditations every day. Even if you don't do magic at all, or you just, I feel that people who decided to choose this group are highly sensitive overall. For you still, grounding is so important. You also can use, if you like crystals, you can use black obsidian. It's a very protective crystal. You can use, oh my God. I will add the name of this crystal during my editing session, but you can see I have it here. I always cleanse with it all my cards and crystals. What an interesting situation. Literally, totally forgot. Anyway. You can use crystals, you can use rituals, and also, here is the thing, you also should remember about your physical protection on all levels. That is really important. Be careful, be mindful about what you're doing outside, how you talk and with whom you talk. Like, I don't want you to be paranoid. I just want you to remember your responsibility before your own security. Because again, if you're going through some form of transformation, if you are opening to the new level of perception of this world, you might be vulnerable to those people whose energy is much lower in vibrations, and those who has like sick intentions. You would be protected and secure if you would be mindful, right? So please remember about adequate means for protection in the world, and also even in your sexual life if you have one. I just feel that it is time to cleanse, first of all, right? In all 3 readings, those 2 cards, the first card that you decided to choose and the card on the back of the deck, represented the main content of the message from your higher self. So I feel that while you're cleansing, you can be vulnerable, so remember to protect yourself. Even to protect yourself from lower energies like gossiping. For a time, at least, for some time. Stop doing this, please. Stop watching videos where other people judge each other. Like, protect your current, albeit vulnerable situation. There could be some ghosts from the past that coming into your current state, in your current situation. There could be some, you might experience maybe, I feel a dream. You might see in a dream someone from your school, for example, whom you didn't thought about for years and years. Or any other situation from your past that would be a bit sudden because you thought that you already solved it, or you never thought that you have any problems with this state. Listen carefully to those messages and to those thoughts or dreams. What message they can contain. They can help you to shift some of your perspective on your current state. And also, all this time in your reading, I was ignoring the card of passion. However, no, I said a bit that if you might be passionate about opening your magic, right? This state of cleansing, of creating new levels of protection, of understanding your magic, of opening something mysterious in you, in the world around you. This all serves one purpose: to help you follow your passion. I feel that many of you even prayed, created manifestations, created intentions, asked universe to help you to move forward with your passion, with your desire, to achieve what you really want. So here it is, your higher self tells you. Your higher self knows everything about past, present, and future, because for higher self, time doesn't exist. Your higher self tells you that what you're doing right now serves your passion, even if it is not connected straightforwardly to this. For those of you for whom it is connected, for example, your passion is to be a yoga teacher, well, you definitely have to have clean environment, clean body, clean thought pattern, right? This is straightforwardly connected to your passion. So we can call your message of responsibility. You have to take this responsibility on yourself to cleanse, to surrender, and to open yourself to the new mystery. And now I want to use interesting. And now I want to use this beautiful, my new oracle, Threads of Fate oracle. And we have surrendered. I just randomly turned the deck and we got another surrender. So yeah, definitely. This is like your higher self looking at you. It looks also like the third eye, as well as here we see this representation, schematic representation of third eye. So it's like surrender to the fact that you have intuition, first of all, and that you have to clean your vision to be able to see what it needs to be seen. Like when you have mystical powers, when you have ability to read people's mind or to read future or any other type of those powers, even if you have this talent and like you were born with it, you have to take care of it. That's what I definitely know about myself. I have huge psychic powers and abilities, but when I don't take care of them and when I actually clutter all my mental space, all my heart space, especially with dependable behavior and dependable relationships, my magic stopped working. I become slow and insecure, and I don't hear my intuition that much, right? So please do this cleansing. Take responsibility on yourself. Throw away what have to be thrown. Allow yourself to open your space for the new that's trying to come. Anyhow, if you're interested in this deck to see cards that are in this deck, it's my new deck. I, again, watch maybe previous video about your magic. I showing this deck there just because I love cards. So why I laughed a bit when this card showed up, because I think it shows up again for the 4th time. And I have this deck for a few days actually. But another message from your higher self is about, well, it's not actually another, to be honest. It is again about grounding that I already told you, right? Protection, feeling grounded, feeling so confident in your roots, feeling this heavy, powerful, strong connection to the earth, feeling this warmth that coming up from your roots to your body, feeling that you can ask Mother Earth for help and she will respond to you. You can do it by imagining that you are connecting with your roots to the Mother Earth. You can Google grounding meditations. And also, I personally enjoy doing this when I lie in my bed before sleep. I do 3 deep breaths. And after this, I again imagine how my whole of my feet, I guess legs even, right, become roots, and they go down to the earth lower, like deeper and deeper and deeper, until the moment they touch at the center of the earth that is full of like life force, warmth, protection. And I imagine how this life force comes through these roots to my body. And again, I continue imagining how it slowly but surely filling up all my body from down to from the bottom to up, I guess. And I was doing this form of visualization, many years. And the more I cleansed my environment, my behavior, and my mental state, the easier this visualization became for me. And now I actually feel physically how those waves of warmth and connection rush through my body. So those practices are extremely needed for you right now. To be able to use our higher chakras, we have to have strong lower chakras. That's important. Also, we have, wow, look at this power with this wand. It looks like Ace of Wands. And here, I know that I think that it is a representation of maybe a tooth, right? It's like some necklace maybe, or something like with a tooth. But for me, it looks like red hot pepper. And also here on this card, I also thought that those things looks like hot peppers. I don't know why. Hot pepper can be significant for you. Hot food can be something that you might use or use too much. It either can help you or you should refuse from it for some time. Take it as you feel. I don't know. This is a strange message, but I have to talk about everything that I feel. So the power with the basically Ace of Wands. I definitely going to read about this card a bit because I didn't draw it before with this oracle. However, I already can tell you that the power that you're searching for in your life comes to you through the process of cleansing of your past. Because we have cleanse above ghost, right? I love to read cards like this. So power. You are more powerful than you could imagine. This card serves you as a reminder that within you lies an infinite well of power that you can source wherever you choose. Throughout our lives, we might have given out our power to others or had it stripped away, but we always have the ability to call it back. I hear that those words are literally like your higher self is like, you have to be responsible and you have to take your power back. Nobody in the world can help you to do it. No one in the world can give you your power. You have to take it. And you have to do those exercises, those little but very, very important thing, be responsible, right? And here we have exercise. I love it. So I'm going to read it for you. Sit or lay quietly for a moment. Focus on your breath. Begin to bring awareness to your solar plexus, upper abdomen. This is your power center. Imagine you are sitting inside it. How does it feel? Do you feel lots of energy here, or does it feel stagnant? Imagine there is a glowing seat in the pit of your stomach. It is your power. Now imagine holding it and watching it grow. Feel what messages it has for you. What does it need from you? Continue to come back to nurture your power. It's so much resonated in me right now. I love it so much. I want to do this exercise right now. I mean, after I finish your reading, I definitely gonna do this exercise because lately I started to experience new interesting things with my power. We were doing New Year resolution party with my friends, and when we were doing a ritual, in a meditation before the ritual, there was this phrase like, try to feel your energy right now. And it was the first time when I was offered to feel my energy overall. And oh my God, like because before I would try to feel energy that it's in my body, how it's moving, how it's changing, but I never tried to focus on the idea of my energy overall, everything that is my energy. And in this moment, we already were in a good meditation. And I'm like, yeah, what's my energy? How it feels? And I was so shocked because it was so huge wave. It was like tsunami, or it was crazy. I just felt it everywhere around my body. And it was literally, the best description would be a tsunami because it felt like a huge wave. Extremely powerful. I can look a bit arrogant sometimes, but never in my life I actually experienced my own energy like this, and never I actually knew how powerful I am. There were some other people in my life who would say that I am a powerful person, but and I would kind of trust them because there were so many of them who would say this to me. And because I'm a daughter of my mother who is extremely powerful, again, psychic, and yeah. And I actually felt her energy, and her energy is, yeah. I have tsunami, she has tornado, I guess. But anyway, I just felt to share this with you. Like, you have no idea how powerful you are. Even if you already work with your powers, you never know in what moment of your life you suddenly will see the glimpse of the true power that is inside you. Yes, bam, boom, that's what you had to hear right now. That's what literally your higher self is screaming. It's like, stop pretending that you are weak. It's not the time for being a victim. You also can use citrine. Citrine is this stone that is connected to our third chakra. And it is connected to our willpower, to this. Also, goddess Kali is connected to the third chakra, willpower. Taking your responsibility, taking this wand in your hand and doing what it has to be done. All right. I just love your energy. And also I have reclaim. And it's so connected to everything that I already said. Reclaim your power, reclaim your truth, your uniqueness, yourself. You are different from others. Reclaim it. Reclaim your difference. But I'm going to read about this card still. But this could be the main message, I guess. 54. And I think we got this reclaim either in this reading or in previous about magic powers. And I mentioned there that for me, this is a skull of a panther. For me, panther represents physical body. It always was like this. So I hear here that, what I'm doing? Reclaim 54. So I'm hearing here that you have to reclaim your powers also in your body. No matter with what physical abilities you are right now, if you can move any part of your body, it is your responsibility to move it. Because when we move our body, you don't need to do extremely difficult workouts. If it is your thing, then you have to actually doing it if you're already into it. So when we move our body, we allow blood to come to those parts of our body, and blood is the physical representation, and it's actually like it's straightforwardly connected to the energetic meridians in our body, right? So moving is living, obviously. What is important, again, as I said, movements could be pretty simple, but they have to be there. All right, reclaim. You were born as a perfectly imperfect human with gifts, talents, medicine, wisdom, and knowing. Growing up in a culture that does not nurture these gifts creates misalignment with our highest truth. Reclamation can be a lifetime process, as it is continually awakening to ancient medicine we knew in other lifetimes and soul wisdom. While there is no rule book or map for this journey, this card calls your attention to what stirs deep inside your soul memory. It's deep inside your soul memory. I told you that there are so many lessons to you in the past, and even maybe in your past lives. Memories. We are often drawn to places, people, experiences, music, etc., that we know on a cellular level, but our logical mind might not understand why. This card asks you to follow your intuition, trust that desire, and follow it. Reclaim your knowing, your power, your medicine, and your healing. Enjoy the mystery and stories unfolding. I just love it. We have the mystery card and we have passion right above your reclaim, and also reclaim is above passion and surrender, right? So right, what's yours is yours. Don't be scared that you're choosing something wrong, because it is not wrong in the current moment. No matter what will happen in the future, like if you always will stop yourself and overthink about possible refusal in the future, right? The fact that you might refuse in the future from what you're wanting right now, it doesn't mean that you don't need to do it here and now. My sister, she wanted to be a doctor from high school. Both of my parents have medical education, like they are both officially doctors. But unfortunately, they don't work like doctors because of Russia and all this stuff. It doesn't, like, it's another story. But she, looking at them, I guess, she was like, yeah, I want to be a doctor. And she put half of her life to study, because she started studying in high school to be able to apply for English speaking university. And in Russia, you study in med school for 6 years, and it is extremely difficult. Russian med school is one of the most difficult med schools in the world. And after this, obviously, you have to do this apprenticeship. I forgot how it's called in medicine field. Basically, you have to do your practice, right? 2 years here, 2 years here, 2 years here. Like overall, 10 years, you just studying. And then you have to work, and also while you're starting working, you're still no one there. And this is like, dear medical workers, you are powerful just because you are there. Stop judging yourself, okay? You're already extremely powerful. So, and she spent, I don't know, more than 10 years overall on all of this, and she changed her field, I think once at least or twice. And then she realized that actually, no, that's not for her. Like, she had to accept it because of many, many reasons. But overall, your heart just tells her that it's time to stop, right? And you might imagine how difficult it is for her to accept this and to move forward, because she already knew that she cannot continue with it. But of course, she was blaming and judging herself for the fact that she was there for so many years. When she was going through it, suddenly I realized a very important thing, and I called her and I told her this thing, and after this she was not judging herself anymore. And this thing was this. Few years before she decided to quit, or maybe 1 year or something like this, I had an extreme emergency situation. Extreme, like death or life situation. However, outside, it didn't look like this. So basically, if there were no active medical worker in our family, I would never know what's happened to me, and I would die because I had inner blood. Well, I don't know this word actually in English, but basically, part of my inner organs broke. Yeah, my ovary broke, and basically blood was filling my lower abdomen. And you don't really feel a lot when it's happening. You just, yeah. Okay, for some of you who might be curious, why and what are you talking about these things? Give me more information. So basically, it happened after sex that I didn't really want, but it was with my boyfriend in secure situation. The fact that it happened is a bad thing just because I didn't want it. On the other side, I was allowing myself to have it just because, well, it's my boyfriend. We love each other for so many years. That's always a bad idea. No matter why you don't want sex, don't do it. Don't do it. So basically, because of this, my ovary broke because of this cyst, I guess it's in English. I'm not sure how to say it. And I didn't feel a lot at that time in my body. It was a bit uncomfortable, but that's it. And then we fall asleep. And then a few hours later, I got up because of the pain in my shoulders. It's actually the muscle that connects our hands to the shoulders. I will show a picture. It's much easier to understand when I show a picture. And the pain in this area continued till the moment I got up. Like when I was vertical, I didn't feel this pain. When I was horizontal, I felt this pain. I was not able to lie down. So it's like, I don't know, 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. I feel this is extremely strange thing. I don't feel anything in my lower abdomen. And I called to my sister because she is an active medical worker, obviously, whom I can call. And I told her this, and she was like, I'm coming, prepared, like we are going to emergency right now. So basically the thing there was that we have this nerve in our body, in our lower abdomen, I guess, that just read the information that something is off. When it touched with the air or with the liquid that should not be there, it gives this signal for our body. Isn't it beautiful? Our bodies are so cool, so that we cannot lay down. Yeah, I know how it's like. This is crazy. So basically, the fact that she know everything about anatomy and like she was an active medical worker saved my life. because a few hours after I called her, I was in the hospital, and I got the surgery that removed this blood, and like overall they did everything that they need to do. So no matter if somewhere in the future you will have to refuse from your desire, or maybe it won't happen, like life is different for everyone. You have to understand that what you want right now is what you have to do. It's the message from your soul, from your higher self, from the God. You have to do what is important for your heart right now. That was, if you're still here, just comment the emoji of the ghost down below, because that was some very interesting story. I hope it was inspiring for you. And I think those would be all messages, actually. Yeah, I'm going to finish your reading here. And I want to remind you that I do personal readings, and right now there is a discount for some time on my Etsy page because of the start of the new year. And also I do individual sessions as a coach/counselor. If you like spiritual, if you like psychological perspective, please subscribe to my channel. And if you feel called to, maybe order a reading or consultation from me. And I'm going to see you in next readings. Bye.